Sister Wise diver Robyn Brown is the queen of crocodile tears, and now she's accusing Kody Brown of ruining their marriage through cold-blooded acts of sabotage. Robyn's known for her simpering and sickly sweet personality. However, her theatrics have a saccharine quality. Now, she seems to be hassling the man she pushed into monogamy. Robyn's the iron fist in the velvet glove, and Kody's like her puppet. In the teaser clip for Sister Wives Season 19, which premieres on September 15, Robyn and Kody duke it out on a chilly day. Robyn's bundled up against the cold, but inside there's simmering rage. She's got issues galore, she tells him. Since they spent the whole pandemic together, being totally monogamous, it's strange that they're having these issues. It's like formally ending the spiritual unions, which were basically shams anyway, did something bad to their relationship. The reality of really being alone together seems to be changing things. Robyn's stirring up drama like nobody's business, heedless of the fact that she's making a fool out of the patriarch while the cameras roll. The real problem is that the monster Kody feels betrayed by his exes Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown. He's so paranoid. He always assumes that everyone's out to get him. However, most of the time, he's the one causing trouble. Kody has what mental health professionals refer to as specific loss of insight. He doesn't understand his role in things. It's quite a flaw in his character, and his sense of being wronged for no good reason is leading him to poison his marriage. No woman wants to be around a grumpy, moody, and whiny mate. Unfortunately, that's what Robyn's been dealing with since the Brown family started to implode. She's no angel, but Kody's just so annoying right now. He must be impossible to live with. As per the TLC clip shown above, it's not exactly a Disney fairy tale for these two. Maybe it was easier when it was the two of them against the whole world. Now, truly alone together in their marriage, they can't rail against exes and blame them for every single thing that's wrong. They can't moan about conflicts with the children that Kody shares with his non-Robyn wives and put all those issues on Mary, Janelle, and Christine. They are on their own in the relationship. Kody Brown seems to miss the old days. Kody hurt 3 good women. They're doing well off-screen in 2024, which shows how intelligent and brave they are. Janelle's grieving the loss of Garrison as Kody is, and she's displaying heroic grace and dignity. She's so strong it's awe-inspiring. Janelle didn't get much help with the kids during the pandemic. Kody's virus-avoiding rules made it impossible for him to co-parent, since his kids and Janelle followed CDC guidelines instead of his own rules. The dirty secret is that Kody may not have even gotten vaccinated. Peyton Brown said Kody dumped the vaccine, which probably embarrassed his father. Robyn is changing. She's been getting more aggressive for a while. Before, Robyn was the queen of passive aggression. She'd never just say how she was feeling and ask for what she wanted. She always used backroom tactics, such as influencing Kody behind the scenes. Or she'd humiliate the other wives to make him look down on them. She'd fat shame. Commenting on their cellulite, she forced Kody to give Mary a s'mores treat at a BBQ. Now, Robyn's acting just like his other wives did. She's boldly telling him where he's going wrong. When the other wives did that, look what happened. Kody doesn't take criticism well. However, she has every right to complain. He's changed a lot, and the way he's treating her is hurting her. If she doesn't let him know she thinks it's wrong, nothing will ever change. Kody Brown puts down his exes. Since Kody's probably been listening to her complaints for a while, he may be getting sick of it. His ego is easily bruised. He could respond to even the most gentle, constructive criticism with blistering tirades. He said terrible things about his exes. Maybe he does the same thing to Robyn. To show what he's capable of, it's time to share something mean he said to Mary before she finally bailed out of their relationship. When she called him to wish him a happy anniversary, he responded, "This was so cruel." She was crestfallen. Mary was still hanging on to hope that they could fix what was wrong with their relationship. Then he insulted her for daring to communicate with him on a special occasion. He let her know they weren't really married, in terms of sharing love. The spiritual union meant nothing to him. In fact, it was a thorn in his side. If he starts emotionally abusing Robyn like this, what will happen? She'll start looking for a way out. Kody's maturity seemed to freeze when he got some power. It's like time stood still. Fame went to his head, making him think he's always right. This is the biggest roadblock in his relationship. Kody's pushed Robyn to the edge before. Some Sister Wives fans may not realize that Kody and Robyn had big problems in the past. In fact, she once kicked him out of the home they shared. If she was that irate, something must have been really wrong. There's a false narrative that Kody and Robyn are the ultimate couple. They've pushed that story themselves. They don't like showing weakness to the outside world. Robyn did admit to kicking Kody out of the house in some extra footage from Sister Wives season 17. They'd been fighting and things got extremely intense. Afterward, on Cameo, a fan asked Kody to sing a song for them. They requested something that reflected his mindset at that moment. Hilarity ensued as Kody chose an old tune that featured the lyrics. So, all is not sunshine and roses. Under that king and queen nonsense, things are a bit messy. However, despite that blip, they usually have each other's backs. It's possible that Robyn is doing this unhappy act just to win over the public. Her reputation is in tatters, as she's perceived as the woman who drove 3 other sister wives away. So, telling off Kody on screen may be something she's doing to seem more relatable. Kody doesn't seem romantic like before. Kody used to get shade because he was so in love with Robyn. He really adored her, and he probably still does, but he's so worn down by family drama that it may be hard for him to show it. Life has taken its toll on the patriarch, who seems irritable and bitter. He doesn't know how to let things go. Kody can be bombastic, but that usually happens when he's trying to defend himself. He goes into a mode where he starts putting other people down. He hates it that they criticize him. It triggers him and makes him lash out. He's called his now exes princesses, demeaning them to make himself look like the man. And how they had to hide their unbridled lust from the world around them. He felt constrained because he wasn't free to just passionately love his soulmate, Robyn. He said he'd turn it down for Mary and the other wives. However, based on the hate that he gets, he did a very poor job. Everyone could see that he adored her. It seemed like he always would. Now, maybe he's lost that loving feeling. It's possible that he's just so over marriage in general. Otherwise, why wouldn't he just be nice to his wife? Kody may be depressed. He's been through a lot of life changes. His mood swings are dramatic, and he seems unhappy. There may be mental health issues at play that are making him act out. Possibly, he can get some help. Being famous isn't easy. Kody may be losing his temper sometimes. In season 18, Kody exploded, running out of Janelle's home and slamming the door. She'd sworn at him, but he was doling out some punishment too. His temper was very erratic. He was a hothead. Way back when, Kody wasn't the devil he is now. He never acted really unhinged. It wasn't until the problems in the family began to reach critical mass that Kody started unraveling. Now, he's used to having meltdowns while he's being filmed. The sweet man from the early seasons, who was so pleasant and charming, is nowhere to be found. Good Kody's missing in action. The best thing Robyn can do is stop putting him down. He can't handle it. It brings out the worst in him. She used to be quite diplomatic with Kody. She chose her words with care, always protecting his ego. Maybe Kody was never as perfect as Robyn pretended he was. Maybe she just put that image out there because it made her look like a woman who had it all. Now she has to face facts. Things are bad, and there's always the chance Kody's trying to push her out of his life, just like he provoked his now exes so they'd leave. Then he blamed them for leaving. Kody doesn't put down Robyn publicly, but maybe he'll start. He's overdue to really vent about her on screen. It's like their attempts to look like the perfect couple have created too much pressure. The cracks are starting to show. Kody may want another wife. Robyn used to call the shots, and she was so smug. She seemed to enjoy lording it over the other wives. She went out of her way to make it clear that she was the only wife that mattered, to the point that it was actually comical. For example, she'd insist on sitting right next to Kody during meetings. She didn't consider the feelings of the other women, who likely resented her for acting like a queen on her throne, surrounded by peasants. The truth is that Robyn chose to sit where she did to get a rise out of the other women. Otherwise, why do it every single time? She already knew that Christine was jealous. Robyn has a nasty habit of trying to feel important by cutting other women down. It's such an unappealing trait. If he does, he could be treating her badly to pave the way. He could try to convince her that they'd all be happier if there was one more woman in the mix. It would be just like the old days. This is the last thing that Robyn wants. Kody blames Robyn for the family's downfall. Kody's always blaming someone else. If he isn't blaming his exes for leaving them, even though he blatantly neglected them, or accusing them of parental alienation, he's turning on Robyn. In Kody's world, he's the king, and he expects more from his subjects than insubordination. Is Robyn really disrespecting him? Probably not. It's more likely that his dark phase is just tiresome. He isn't the man he used to be. He's changed so much it's unbelievable. He was a sunny presence in early seasons, smiling at everyone and doing his best for the big family. He went out to work, came home and talked to people. He seemed generally kind-hearted and pleasant. The Kody of today is a changed man, one who's been shaped by negative experiences. He lacks the coping tools that he needs, resorting to juvenile words and actions that sabotage his marriage. He's seemingly filled with rage and sorrow. He looks different, and it's not just the natural aging process. It's the lack of smiling, the dimmed light in the eyes. Kody is so jaded. Kody is grieving the loss of a child off-screen. That is such an awful thing to go through, especially as he was estranged from Robyn Brown before his son died. Before the tragedy which possibly changed him, making him gentler and more reflective, he was a nightmare. Is he really the right man for Robyn? It doesn't really seem like it anymore. Kody may want to escape. Kody may not want another wife. He may want no wife at all. Subconsciously, he could be sabotaging the relationship to escape. He's getting older, and maybe he's just not happy. Maybe he wants to start over, unencumbered by a marriage that is dragging him down. He's talked a good game about loving Robyn, but now that he's alone with her, he's making her feel bad. There's something acting on this couple and pulling them apart. Maybe it's his obsession with his exes. That's not going to help any man have a happy relationship. People who are in love should just focus on each other. They shouldn't spend all their time thinking about other women in the man's past. That's a twisted dynamic that's almost guaranteed to end in disaster. In the teaser clip mentioned earlier, Kody accused his exes of Kody's may miss his polygamist status. Kody was the big-time patriarch. He was the man controlling a bunch of women. Since everyone involved was steeped in the patriarchy at that time, Kody was in charge. The women were brainwashed into believing that they had to obey him. This ended in disaster. No one should have that much power over another human being. At one time, Kody was the most famous polygamist in the world. Maybe he still is, but he's not a true polygamist anymore. He's lost so much of his identity. Also, there were perks linked with having multiple wives. For example, a reality TV jig. How long can sister wives really continue after the tragic passing of Garrison, and 3 wives leading brand new lives? Are Kody and Robyn really enough to keep fans watching? There might not be, and it's safe to say that Kody has thought about this. Money is important to him, but some things matter more than money. Kody better stop and think about this before he ruins his marriage.